What's going on, everybody? August 16th. It's a cool 111 degrees out at 5:30 at night. So let's see how quick I can buzz through an update. Just see how the plants are doing. I mean, they're not doing too bad considering that it's so darn hot. As you know, the greenhouse is wide open, so screen, and then the door behind me is all screened, so and then the shade cloth obviously, so that helps, but it's still hot. Don't care who you are, it's hot. So little crispy critters. I mean, you gotta remember that these plants were these homely plants that I got from Home Depot a few weeks ago, right? So they're actually doing pretty good. This big overhang is actually from the Tammy G. That's not the that plant there, but it's doing pretty well. This is that sad sun gold that was just kind of hanging out in the water tray, and I got that transplanted after I got some perlite, so we'll see what happens after that perks up. There's two more early girls, so they're not doing too bad. I mean, like I said, a little crispy at the bottom, but they need to be trimmed. It's just been too hot for me to get in and trim. There's the other sun gold clone. You can see there's a tomato hanging out back there. I need to get in here and get this Aurora pepper propped up a little bit better. It's getting heavy with all the peppers on there, but you can see all the colors. I mean, that's a good looking red. You got some orange, some yellow, and you got the purple action all on the same plant. It's not like it's different plants and whatnot. They're a little spicy, but they're not too bad. I just didn't get around to clipping the rest of the jalapeno. I figured I'd see what was growing. There was a couple of buds that were left on there. And the green peppers, I can't get back to the back in there, but hopefully some of those that are all in the shade are not burned and scorched from the sun. And then, you already know the deal with the Scotch bonnet. So, I mean, it's holding up pretty good because it's in here. That's lying. It's not 110 inside. There's no way. It's like 125, 130 in here. Then we've got the three, if you saw the little midweek transplant that I did, so they're holding up all right, considering they've been basically transplanted and sitting in triple digit weather for the week. Not too shabby. And these two best boys, not bad, a little crispy towards the bottom. So these were the runts of all the plants, so give them a week or two and they'll probably be up to about here. And then you've got the sun gold. It's starting to flourish a little bit. The plants aren't real happy when it's this warm. That guy gardening with Leon, he says, once the plants hit in the 90s, they start to stress and don't do a lot of work. I had no choice here because it's always in the 90s. Just way too hot for the hydroponic cucumber. That's the original cucumber, so it's not doing real well. This is that one I transplanted, and it really hasn't done anything since I transplanted it. It hasn't died, but it hasn't done anything. And there's two sets of three hanging out in there. I need to get some strings up, but it's just too hot. This is a keystone pepper. It's not liking the heat. I picked a couple that were burned already. I'm hoping that these ones hiding under the leaves, and this time of day, about 3 to 4 o'clock, it starts to get some shade. I'm just kind of letting the bitter melon die out. Wasn't all that bitter and not a huge fan of it. I can always go buy it next time. This orange Rossellini, I started watering it from the top. Like I said, I think the potting mix is just it's a little too thick. Even though it's been fine, I just think going through a whole season and the water just doesn't wick its way up. So some of these tomatoes can be picked, some of them are kind of going south. But I replanted green beans, so they're starting to poke through. And same with these. The carrots, they're kind of gimping along. Stand back a little bit. Corn's doing real well. It's got a couple different iterations because there was a lot of lack of germination, so you can obviously see what's older and what's newer. Zucchini's not doing too bad after I thinned it real heavy, but actually you can see a monster growing right there, and I'm kind of done with it, but just letting it do its thing. And I haven't gotten around to picking anything. So those are watermelon radishes. They're green onions. They're not doing too bad, and I got another batch started. That is the tatsoi. There's only 3 or 4 in there. They're just starting to grow. The watermelons, they're too young. The other one I ate the other day, it's okay. These aren't doing well. I haven't gotten around to cleaning them out. The basil's just going crazy. And then this is starting to come back to life after the water issue and some other things going on with it. And there's a teeny watermelon hiding in here. I'll probably have to cut that because it's not growing anymore. So a different type of red radish. I forgot what it's called, white top or sparkle top or something. And then I've got dill starting again. So hopefully by the time this grows, these cucumber plants will be kicking out and it won't be so darn hot in a few weeks. But other than that, that's the status in 111 degree weather, and that's it for this week.